Hello everyone, this is Dr. Govind Rai Garg. In this video, we will discuss a topic called as monoclonal antibodies. Plenty of monoclonal antibodies have now been produced and every year lot more are added to the list. Okay? Now before starting this topic, I will like to tell important two things. Number one, these are not very important for NEET or AIIMS exam. Hardly one question is asked out of these in 2 years. So don't too much take stress regarding these drugs. Second, although they are very difficult, we have plenty of names, their users, a lot of confusion is there. But I will make sure after this lecture, many of the drugs you will be able to remember very easily. Okay, so we'll start with the topic. First of all, monoclonal antibody. As the name tells, there is antibody which are produced from one clone of cells. How they are produced first? For monoclonal antibody, first we will want to produce an antibody against a certain targeted antigen. So what we do, we will take a mouse, in that we will inject the antigen. After injecting the antigen, the spleen will produce antibodies. So we will take the splenic cells. Splenic cells are taken from the mouse, or depending upon the organism, or we can, nowadays we have human monoclonal antibodies also. Now these are mortal cells, spleen cells. They have produced the antibody, but they cannot multiply indefinitely. So we want that the cells should multiply indefinitely. So what we do, we combine them with the myeloma cells from cell culture, which can multiply exponentially, independently, and particularly for very long time. Okay? So myeloma cells have property that they can multiply indefinitely. Spleen cells have property they are producing antibody. So now we will fuse the two. When we fuse the two, and we will select those cells which have both the properties, that means they are producing antibodies also and they can multiply indefinitely also. Yeah? So those cells are then propagated and plenty of antibodies are produced. Okay. The most important thing is a nomenclature, how the name of the monoclonal antibody is kept. Now what happens, the first monoclonal antibody, it has been produced way back in 1985. So in 1985 it has been approved. The drug was Muromonab CD3. So actually the name was kept as, it is murine originated. Murine means mice. Murine originated monoclonal. Mon means monoclonal. A for anti, B for body. So it is a murine originated monoclonal antibody against CD3. So on the immune cells we have CD3. So it is against that. So it was decreasing the immunity. So it was approved for transplantation. But after approval of this drug, we decided to produce antibody against many antigens, or we can say many targets. So now a nomenclature has to be kept in place so that we can differentiate the monoclonal antibody based on some characteristics. Yeah. So monoclonal antibody, the nomenclature what is kept is, their name will end with MAB. So after Muromonab, which has been formed earlier, every monoclonal antibody, the name should end with MAB. Now there is one more thing, sometimes the name end with sept. When the name end with sept means it is also a monoclonal antibody, but it is fused with some other protein. MAB means pure monoclonal antibody, whereas when we attach it to some other protein, it is called as fusion protein, then the name will end with sept, CEPT. Okay, so MAB means monoclonal antibody. Okay, now before the MAB, the two letters, they tell the source of monoclonal antibody. Before the MAB, one or two letters, they tell the source of monoclonal antibody. So from where we can obtain the antibody? We can obtain the antibody from the animal, or we can obtain the antibody from the human, or it can be a mixture of the two. Some part from the human, some part from the animal. And the mixture can be of two types. One in which mostly it is human. So then it is called as humanized. And second, 50-50, half is animal, half is human, then it is called as chimeric. Chimeric means mixture 50-50. Now, why we are wanting to know about the source of monoclonal antibody? The simple logic is, more the animal component, more is the risk of allergy, more is the formation of antibodies against that antibody. Clear? So if antibodies are produced against the antibody, there may be failure of therapy. So out of the 3 or 4 groups we have confirmed, which group has highest risk of allergy or which has highest risk of formation of antibodies? Obviously, when the component is more animal. Clear? So that's why animal monoclonal antibodies are rarely used, because they have plenty of problems. So humans will have least risk of allergy. Okay. Now, from the nomenclature, when we first of all say chimeric or humanized or human, the human means totally human. Okay. Now, if we know the antibody structure, it has heavy chain and light chain. If you see the diagram, this blue one, this is the heavy chain, whereas the yellow one is the light chain. Now, in the antibody, there is some constant portion, some variable portion. So all the 3 portions of the heavy chain and this one portion, that this structure we have seen, this one, this all is constant. This is constant fragment FC, constant. Whereas the rest of this, it is variable. And in the variable portion, there is some hyper variable region, which is called as complementarity determining region. Okay, complementarity determining region. In case of chimeric monoclonal antibodies, the constant portion, it is of human, whereas variable portion is taken from the animal. Constant human, variable animal. On the other hand, in case of humanized, most of the variable is also human. Constant is human, most of the variable is also human. Only the hyper variable region, or we can say complementarity determining region, is of animal component. Whereas in human, 100% is human. Okay? So you can understand the difference. In case of chimeric, constant is human and variable is animal. In case of humanized, most is human except the hyper variable region, which is animal. And in case of human, 100% is human. Okay. Now, how the nomenclature is kept? If you see chimeric, you can write chi as xi, chi. So if at this place we have chi, that means the drugs which end with iximab, I chimeric, iximab. Clear? Then if you see humanized contains Z in the name. So we take Z from here. And then we have U here. So we take U also. Clear? So if it is present as Zumab, trastuzumab. So these are humanized. Okay? And third, if it is containing U, but Z is not present, then it will be purely human. So that means purely human will be umab. Okay? So if we write here, we have 3 types from the source: iximab, zumab, and umab. There will be anything else, not Z. So iximab is chimeric, zumab is humanized, and umab is purely human. So one question we can easily answer: which cause more allergy, which cause less allergy. Then this is number 1. The 2 letters before the map tell the source. But even before that, the 2 letters here, before the source, 2 letters, they tell about target. That means against which we have produced the monoclonal antibody. So if you see, if we have iximab, zumab, umab, before that the 2 letters here, they tell the target. Like if we have TU here, it will be for tumor, TU for tumor. Okay. If we have LIM stand for lymphocyte, that means immunity. So if a monoclonal antibody is targeting the lymphocytes or some immune component, then it will be limb here at this place. Clear? But there are many other targets we'll discuss. But if you see, there are recently changes in the nomenclature of monoclonal antibody. So these are the changes which we are talking about before 2009. This nomenclature which we were talking about. Then in the year 2009, one important change was made, that they tried to reduce the name of the monoclonal antibody. So what they suggested is we should use minimum names, like instead of limb we can use li. So if we take the example, like before 2009 adalimumab was approved, so this was telling that MAV means monoclonal antibody, U means it is purely human, and limb means lymphocyte, or we can say acting on immune system. Clear? But after 2009 had similar antibody been approved, then its name instead of limb it should contains only L or Li. If it is ending with umab, then Li will be difficult, so only L is written. So the name would have been ada. Ada will remain same prefix, then ending with monoclonal antibody, source is purely human, so U. So here instead of LIM only L is written. Clear? Adalimumab. Had it been approved after 2009, but those which have already been approved, their name will remain same. Okay? But in 2017 one more change occurred. In fact, two major changes were done. The first change is they will further try to reduce the name of the drug, but again the drug name should sound pronounceable. So instead of L they can take Li, or even L they can be there. Okay? But very important change what have done is they have added some extra thing after the name. So instead of adalimumab, one they can write adali, but if you see that you have been omitted. You have been omitted. That means in 2007 what they 17 what they told is monoclonal antibodies, their source should not be mentioned because it was causing a lot of confusion among clinicians. They are telling that not all animal monoclonal antibodies or mixed monoclonal antibodies are causing that much allergic reactions which we expect, and sometimes even human monoclonal antibodies can cause a little bit of allergic reaction. So categorizing based just on the name, whether it is mixed, that means chimeric, or humanized, we cannot exactly assess that how much allergic reaction it will do. So to remove this confusion from the mind of the clinicians, they have removed the source code. So source code is not used nowadays. Now so U has been removed, so instead of L we should use Li here, otherwise Limab will be difficult to pronounce, so Limab it has been made, and at the end some 4 words are added, 4 digits are added, we can say not digits, 4 alphabets are added, and these have no meaning. Then why they are added? The reason is when a monoclonal antibody is formed by many different companies, like when many different companies make the same drug, normally we say they are generics. But in case of biological compounds like monoclonal antibodies, even if we form same compound, like adalimumab produced by one company and adalimumab produced by second company, will not be exactly same. They will have plenty of differences. Clear? So to differentiate these same two brands, same two drugs from different companies, there must be the manufacturer should name some according to him, that we can differentiate that this is of manufacturer A, this is of manufacturing B. So the FDA recommended that we should write 4 letters after the name of the monoclonal antibodies which have no meaning. Clear? So these compounds which are called generic in case of drugs, in case of biological compounds these are called as biosimilars. Biosimilars, biologically similar compounds, but they are quite different in some of the actions. Okay, so we have discussed many things. We will make it simpler now. In case of monoclonal antibody nomenclature, which we are concerned with because we want to answer MCQs, we want to know the major target and major uses. So first of all, most of the antibodies has been produced before 2017, so they will have source code, like they will have Chi for Iximab, that means Chimera for chimeric, Zumab for humanized, and Umab for human. Second thing, if there is before the source code, if TU is written, it is for tumor. If LI or L is written, it is for lower immunity, or we can say immune components. VI for virus, and many other are there. So you need to remember these main things. Okay. So now we will divide the monoclonal antibody based upon this target. So from the target or from the name we can find out many things. So are you ready to go with it? So now we are going to discuss the monoclonal antibodies. I have tried to cover most of the antibodies which have been approved by FDA till now. Maybe 2, 3, 4 are left, but most of them I have covered. Okay. If there is tox in the name of the monoclonal antibody, as the name tell, it stands for toxin. Tox means toxin. If you see monoclonal antibody, it is human, purely human, and tox stands for toxin. Here also monoclonal antibody, it is chimeric, and it is tox again, toxin. Tox or toxa for toxin. Okay. Now, for which toxins they are used? Bagilotoxumab. Bagilotoxumab, it is used for Clostridium difficile infection, or we can say pseudomembranous colitis. We know Clostridium difficile cause pseudomembranous colitis. On the other hand, obeltoximab, it is used for Bacillus anthracus. That means anthrax. Now these two also you can remember from the name, Bagilotoxumab and obeltoximab. First, from the name you can easily find tox means a toxin. They are both for toxins. Two major toxins causing problem. One is Clostridium toxin causing pseudomembranous colitis, and second is Bacillus toxin causing anthrax. Okay. And from the name, if you see Clostridium contains LO in the name. So if LO is present and write a small c here, it becomes Clostridium. Lo means Clostridium. Okay. Similarly, if you see Bacillus, it contains Bacillus illus. So if we see illus, Bacillus, IL is present in the name, it is Bacillus. Clear? So Bagilotoxumab is for Clostridium toxin and obeltoximab is for Bacillus toxin. Okay. So easy to remember. Now moving to next nomenclature. Then the next is for NE. Previously it was NE, then it was shifted to N also. So that is for neural. NE means neural, or we can say nervous system. These monoclonal antibodies will affect the nervous system. Like this is monoclonal antibody. U is for purely human, then N for neural, nervous system. This is also monoclonal antibody, humanized nervous system. Monoclonal antibody, humanized nervous system. Monoclonal antibody, humanized nervous system. So these are for nervous system, and in fact all the 4 monoclonal antibodies which we have mentioned, arenumab, eptinezumab, galcanezumab and fremanezumab, all of them are against calcitonin gene related peptide. They are monoclonal antibodies which inhibit the action of calcitonin gene related peptide, and all of them are approved in prophylaxis of migraine. All of these are approved in prophylaxis of migraine. Okay, easy to remember. So if the name contains N and or NE and Zumab, MAB. MAB is monoclonal antibody. If the name contains N before the source, then it will be monoclonal antibody for nervous system, and we have only one group which is for migraine. Clear? Then third again easy, BAC. If the BAC is present, it is for bacteria. BAC means bacteria. If you see, MAB is monoclonal antibody, U is purely human, and BAC is bacteria. So this is for which bacteria? It is for Bacillus anthracus, which is the cause of anthrax. Now again from the name you can remember, Raxibacumab, the name start with Rax, and anthrax the name end with Rax. So it is for bacteria causing Rax means anthrax. Bacteria causing Rax means anthrax. Is it okay? Then another easy one, if the name contain VI for virus. So if you see again, it is a monoclonal antibody, humanized, and VI for virus. Palivizumab, it is a monoclonal antibody against virus. And which virus? It is against respiratory syncytial virus. So palivizumab is a monoclonal antibody against respiratory syncytial virus. Okay. Next is CI. Previously it was CI, now C also, because the nomenclature is reducing in name. So CI means circulation, or we can say cardiovascular system. So these are the monoclonal antibody used in cardiovascular system or circulatory system. So if you see first drug Apiximab, it is a monoclonal antibody, it is chimeric and it is used in circulation, CI for circulation. So it is a monoclonal antibody against glycoprotein 2B3A. Glycoprotein 2B3A, it act as a favicol and help in joining the platelet aggregation. So when we inhibit this, there will be anti-aggregatory effect. So Apiximab is an anti-platelet drug, monoclonal antibody against glycoprotein 2B/3A, and from the name again you can remember it also contains B and A in the name. So it is against 2B3A. It is used in circulatory system, means anti-platelet drug. Okay. Then coming to Bevacizumab, again it is a monoclonal antibody. It is humanized. It is used in circulatory system and it is a monoclonal antibody against vascular endothelial growth factor, VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. This is involved in causing angiogenesis. Again circulatory system, when a tumor grows at one place, now it want to expand its base, it want to go to some other place, metastasis. But for metastasis, who will give the food? Obviously blood give the food, but who will give the food to that tumor cell? So tumor cell do not depend upon others, so they make their own blood vessels, which is called as angiogenesis. And for angiogenesis we require VEGF. So if we inhibit VEGF, angiogenesis will not occur, so we can stop metastasis. So Bevacizumab, it is used for preventing the metastasis in many tumors, like in case of renal cell carcinoma, in case of colorectal carcinoma. So many tumors it can be used. Okay. The next drug is Caplacizumab. If you see, it is again monoclonal antibody, humanized and used in circulatory system. It is a monoclonal antibody against von Willebrand factor. Monoclonal antibody which targets the von Willebrand factor, and it is approved for thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. Platelet disorder, thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, and from the name you can remember it contains play, means it is used for platelets. Platelets means thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. Okay. The next is Emicizumab. Again it is a monoclonal antibody. It is humanized and used in circulatory system, and Emicizumab is used for hemophilia. It is a bispecific antibody. It binds to factor 9 and factor 10, and they will interact in such a way that they become active and start producing factor 8, so resulting in treatment of hemophilia. So Emicizumab is for hemophilia. Okay. Then we have Ramucirumab. Again from the name you can remember it is a monoclonal antibody. Mab is monoclonal antibody. U is for human, purely human, and Cir means circulatory system. Ramucirumab. It is again monoclonal antibody against VEGF. Inhibit the angiogenesis inhibitor. It is used particularly for two cancers. One, it is lung cancer, non-small cell lung cancer, and second is for cancer of gastroesophageal junction. Now how you can remember that रामू, हमारा एक वर्कर था रामू, वो बहुत ज्यादा सिगरेट पीता था और बहुत ज्यादा शराब पीता था. So Ramu used to drink and smoke a lot. So when Ramu used to drink a lot, so he can get reflux, which can lead to gastroesophageal junction problem. Reflux occurs commonly in alcoholics. So gastroesophageal junction tumor. Second, the person used to smoke a lot. बहुत ज्यादा सिगरेट पीता था, तो पर्सन कैन डेवलप लंग कैंसर, सो यूज्ड फॉर लंग कैंसर. सो रामू को लंग कैंसर है और गैस्ट्रोएसोफेजियल जंक्शन का कैंसर है, तो रामुसिरुमैब यूज्ड फॉर दीज टू कैंसर्स. ओके. देन कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट ड्रग, रिसेंटली अप्रूव्ड ड्रग Brolucizumab. Again, if you see the name, it contains MAB means monoclonal antibody, ZU means humanized, CI means circulatory system. Humanized monoclonal antibody for circulatory system. Against is a monoclonal antibody for vascular endothelial growth factor. It is used to prevent angiogenesis in eye, in eye particularly the problem is age-related macular degeneration. Age-related macular degeneration, particularly wet type. We have two type of ARMD, age-related macular degeneration. One is dry, one is wet. In case of wet cases, when there is neovascular age-related macular degeneration, VEGF is excessive and that leads to problem. So it is a monoclonal antibody for age-related macular degeneration, or we can say antibody for eye के लिए. Okay, and again from the name, if you see the name you can find, इसके नाम में लिखा है ब्रो लूसी. तो नॉर्मली जो लड़के लोग हैं वो क्या कहते हैं कि ब्रो लूसी को देख, ब्रो लूसी को देख. सो ब्रो लूसी, सो दैट इज यूज्ड फॉर देख, आई मींस एज रिलेटेड मैकुलर डिजेनरेशन, ब्रो लुकीजुमैब. ओके, देन वी हैव अनदर ड्रग इदारीसुजुमैब. अगेन फ्रॉम द नेम इफ यू फाइंड इट इज अ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी. इट इज ह्यूमनाइज्ड, CI means circulation, for circulation. Now this is monoclonal antibody for treatment of toxicity of dabigatran. Do you remember what is a dabigatran? Dabigatran, the name says dabigatran is thrombin antagonist. It is direct thrombin inhibitor. It is used as anticoagulant, direct thrombin inhibitor. But if overdose occur, we have developed a monoclonal antibody against dabigatran and the name is idarucizumab. So we already discussed monoclonal antibody used in circulation, and from the name you can find it contains DA, that means it is against dabigatran, monoclonal antibody against dabigatran. Okay, then the next two, alirocumab and evolocumab, if you see the name, they contain monoclonal antibody. They contain, U means they are purely human, and then C means circulation. They are in circulation. Yeah? And both of these are monoclonal antibodies against PCSK19, pre-protein convertin subtilisin caxin 19. Do not get confused. The simple function of PCSK9 is to help in breakdown of LDL receptors. So what happens? LDL receptors normally pick up LDL cholesterol from the blood into the liver. Now after taking up the cholesterol, this LDL receptor is engaged by PCSK9. PCSK9 इसको कहता है कि चलो तेरे को घुमा के लेके आता हूं. PCSK9 LDL रिसेप्टर को कहता है मैं तुझे घुमा के लेके आता हूं, और उसको बहला फुसला के वो लाइसोसोम में ले जाता है. एंड इन द लाइसोसोम PCSK9 हेल्प छोड़ देता है वहां पे, और लाइसोसोमल एंजाइम LDL रिसेप्टर को तोड़ देते. तो इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज PCSK19 हेल्प इन ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ PCSK9 इट हेल्प इन ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ LDL रिसेप्टर्स. तो अगर हम PCSK9 को इनहिबिट कर दें तो LDL रिसेप्टर विल नॉट बी ब्रोकन. तो LDL रिसेप्टर ज्यादा होंगे तो दे विल टेक अप मोर LDL. So it can be used in hypercholesterolemia. So these are used in homozygous hypercholesterolemia. Okay? And again from the name you can remember both of them contain OC in the name. You can remember they are used when there is over cholesterol, excessive cholesterol. Over cholesterol, excessive cholesterol is present. We can use alirocumab and evolocumab. Clear? So these are the monoclonal antibody used in circulatory system. A quick recap we discuss. Abciximab, it is monoclonal antibody against 2B3A. B and A in the name, antiplatelet drug. Vivaquizumab is against VEGF, angiogenesis inhibitor in many tumors. Caplacizumab, the name contains PLA, means for platelets, thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. Amicizumab is for hemophilia. Ramucirumab, रामू दारू पीता था और सुट्टा मारता था, so lung cancer and gastroesophageal junction cancer. Brolucizumab, ब्रो लूसी को देख, तो आई के लिए है, ARMD. Idarucizumab contains DA, means dabigatran के लिए. Alirocumab and evolocumab contain OC in the name, so over cholesterol के लिए, hypercholesterolemia के लिए. Okay. Then moving to next symbol, which is OS or simply S. It is for osteoporosis or not osteoporosis. Osteo means bone. OS means bone. Osteo. So we have name denosumab. Mab means monoclonal antibody. U means purely human. OS means osteo, means bone. This is a monoclonal antibody against rank. monoclonal antibody against rank ligand. So what happen is, in the osteoclast there is presence of rank receptor. There is a receptor called rank. So whenever ligand bind to that receptor, osteoclast is activated, and that will cause osteoporosis or resorption of bone. So if we inhibit that activity, then bone will not be broken, so we can treat osteoporosis. So denosumab, it inhibit the rank ligand, so rank is not activated, so osteoclast will not work, so osteoporosis will not occur. Clear? Denosumab. Then similar drug is romosozumab. We have monoclonal antibody, humanized, and again os for bone. For bone, romosozumab. So again it is monoclonal antibody for sclerostin. Sclerostin is normally present in the bone. It helps in inhibition of osteoblast and stimulation of osteoclast. So when osteoblast is not able to work and osteoclast is working more, that lead to osteoporosis. So sclerostin is pro-osteoporotic. So if we inhibit this by giving romosozumab, osteoporosis will not occur. Okay? So it is dual monoclonal antibody. We can say it has dual function, means it inhibit the osteoclast also and it stimulate the osteoblast also. Okay. Then next is burosumab. Again, if you see, it is a monoclonal antibody, purely human, for bone. OS means bone. Burosumab is monoclonal antibody against fibroblast growth factor 23. Fibroblast growth factor 23. The function of this fibroblast growth factor 23 is it help in inhibition of formation of calcitriol. That means vitamin D की formation को रोकता है. And second, it also inhibit the phosphate reabsorption. किडनी में फॉस्फेट की रीअब्जॉर्प्शन को रोकता है फाइब्रोब्लास्ट ग्रोथ फैक्टर. नॉर्मल फंक्शन. सो बेसिकली यू कैन रिमेंबर, फाइब्रोब्लास्ट ग्रोथ फैक्टर का मेन काम है फॉस्फेट की रीअब्जॉर्प्शन को रोकना. और जब कैल्सिट्रायल की अब्जॉर्प्शन को रोक दिया, दैट मींस कैल्सिट्रायल को रोक दिया, सॉरी कैल्सिट्रायल नहीं बना. कैल्सिट्रायल विटामिन डी का क्या काम होता है? वो इंटेस्टाइन से फॉस्फेट को अब्जॉर्ब करवाता है. तो इंटेस्टाइनल फॉस्फेट रीअब्जॉर्प्शन भी रुक जाएगी. इंटेस्टाइनल फॉस्फेट रीअब्जॉर्प्शन भी रुक जाएगी. सो बेसिकली फाइब्रोब्लास्ट ग्रोथ फैक्टर ने फॉस्फेट की रीअब्जॉर्प्शन को रोक दिया, नॉट ओनली इन द किडनी बट आल्सो इन द इंटेस्टाइन. सो व्हेन वी इनहिबिट दिस, फॉस्फेट रीअब्जॉर्प्शन होने लग जाएगी. सो वी कैन ट्रीट हाइपोफॉस्फेटेमिया. So it is used to treat hypophosphatemia, the X-linked hypophosphatemia. So burosumab used for hypophosphatemia. Okay. Then coming to monoclonal antibodies which contains Ki in the name, or simply K in the name in according to new nomenclature. So Ki stand for kin, or sometimes kin is complete kin is present. So kin or Ki or K, it is for interleukin. So these are monoclonal antibodies against various interleukins. And currently we have two major targets for monoclonal antibodies. One is interleukin 17 and second is interleukin 23. Interleukin 17, interleukin 23. Clear? So if you see, we have two monoclonal antibodies against interleukin 17. These are ixekizumab and secukinumab. If you see, monoclonal antibody, both in the name they contain. Then it is humanized and it is purely human. Then kin means interleukin and ki means interleukin. Clear? So these are against interleukin 17, and both interleukin 17 and interleukin 23, they are overactive in psoriasis. So all of these are used in plaque psoriasis. All of them are used in plaque psoriasis. Now if you see from the name, you can remember ixekizumab, it start with I. So I look like one. Then secukinumab, it start with C means 7. It look like SC means 7. So we write 7 here. So these are against interleukin 17. So ixekizumab and secukinumab, ixe I means 1 and secu SC 7. So 1, 7, 17. They are against interleukin 17, used in plaque psoriasis. Then if you see monoclonal antibodies against interleukin 23. Interleukin 23, we have risankizumab, guselkumab and tildrakizumab. From the name you can find they are monoclonal antibodies. This is humanized, this is purely human, this is humanized, and all contains Ki. Ki means interleukin, K means interleukin, Ki means interleukin. So they are against interleukin. Now from the name you can find रिसेंकी, गुसेल एंड टेल्ट्राजुकीजुमैब. इन हिंदी you can see कि रिया के गाल पे तिल था. RI means रिया, G means गाल एंड TIL means तिल. रिया के गाल पे तिल है. तो अगर रिया के गाल पे तिल है तो उसको आई लव यू 2-3 बार कहना तो बनता है. सो IL मीन्स आई लव यू 2-3 बार बोला. ठीक है, रिया के गाल पे तिल है तो उसको आई लव यू 2-3 बार बोला. सो दीज आर द ड्रग्स विच आर फॉर IL-23, इंटरल्यूकिन 23, अगेन यूज्ड इन प्लाक सोरियासिस. ओके, देन फिर हमारे पास एक मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी बची, उस्टेकिनुमैब. अगेन फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन फाइंड इट इज मैब मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी. इट इज प्योरली ह्यूमन एंड किन मीन्स इंटरलूकिन. So this is a monoclonal antibody against two interleukins, interleukin 12 and 23. Interleukin 12 and 23. So हमारा एक दोस्त था, वो बहुत उस्ताद था. वो उस्ताद क्या करता, पहले एक लड़की को 1-2 बार लव यू बोल देता और एक लड़की को 2-3 बार बोल देता. ठीक है, सो इट इज मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट आई लव यू IL अगेंस्ट 1-2 एंड समटाइम 2-3, 1-2 एंड 2-3. सो ये हमारा उस्ताद था. तो उस्टेकिनुमैब उस्ताद, तो उस्ताद 1-2 बार भी बोल सकता है, 2-3 भी बार बोल सकता है किसी को भी. तो उस्टेकिनुमैब इंटरलूकिन 1-2, इंटरलूकिन 2-3, 12 एंड 23. वेयर एज रिया के गाल पे तिल था, दैट इज इंटरलूकिन 2-3. ठीक है, 2-3 बार लव यू बोलेंगे. एंड इक्सेक्यूजुमैब एंड सेकुकिनुमैब, I मीन्स 1 एंड से मीन्स 7, सो 1-7-7. ऑल दीज आर यूज्ड इन प्लाक सोरियासिस. ओके, then next is NEB. If the name contains NEB, NEB stand for angiogenesis. AN is angiogenesis, IBI is inhibitor, angiogenesis inhibitor. NEB means angiogenesis inhibitor. The drug is ranibizumab. Ranibizumab. ZU is source, that means humanized. MAB is monoclonal antibody and it is monoclonal antibody against VEGF again, vascular endothelial growth factor, and it is also indicated in age related macular degeneration, again neovascular wet type. Clear? Ranibizumab. NEB is for angiogenesis inhibitor. Okay, then coming to a big group, monoclonal antibody for immunities. We discussed earlier, it was named as lymphocyte, or we can say immunity. Then LI, lower immunity, then L, simply L. So if the name contains any of these, it is for acting on the immune cells. So we have plenty of monoclonal antibodies targeting this. So we'll discuss these which are important. First of all, TNF alpha inhibitors. TNF alpha inhibitors, monoclonal antibodies, you can remember from the mnemonic ACE inhibitor को गोली मारो. ACE इनहिबिटर्स को गोली मारो. ACE इनहिबिटर्स को गोली मारो. सो A फॉर अडालीमुमैब, C फॉर सर्टोलिजुमैब, E फॉर इटैनरसेप्ट, IN फॉर इन्फ्लिक्सीमैब, and गोली for golimumab. Adalimumab, certolizumab, etanercept, infliximab, golimumab. AC inhibitor को गोली मारो. All of these are against TNF alpha. All of these, they are used for rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease and psoriasis. All are indicated in rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease and psoriasis, and from the name you can find all contains MAB at the end except sept, which is a fusion protein. All contains MAB at the end. From before the MAB, adalimumab contains U, means purely human. Certolizumab is humanized. Infliximab is chimeric, and golimumab againly purely human. And if you see, lim means lymphocyte immunity, LI immunity, and lim again immunity. Okay? So these are TNF alpha inhibitors indicated in rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease and psoriasis. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibodies against CD25. What is CD25? Yes, it is the receptor for interleukin 2. On the T cells, there is a receptor for interleukin 2 which is called as CD25, and the monoclonal antibody against CD25 are daclizumab and basiliximab. Daclizumab and basiliximab. These are monoclonal antibodies against CD25, and again from the name you can remember monoclonal antibodies. This is humanized, this is chimeric, and both will lower immunity. Li lymphocyte lower immunity against CD25, and these are used in transplantation. Daclizumab and basiliximab used in transplantation. Okay. Then we have another monoclonal antibody against B lymphocyte stimulator. B lymphocyte stimulator. The drug is belimumab. It is against B lymphocyte stimulator, and this is approved for treatment of SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus. B lymphocyte stimulator is overactive in this condition, and again from the name you can remember it is monoclonal antibody, purely human lymphocyte. And from the name you can remember BLIS, so it is B, BE is B, LIM is lymphocyte. So it is against B lymphocyte stimulator. B lymphocyte stimulator, belimumab. B lymphocyte stimulator. Okay. Now next we have monoclonal antibody against complement component C5. And complement component C5 is overactive in which disease? Yes, it is in paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. So the monoclonal antibody against C5, they are approved in paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria, and again from the name you can remember they are monoclonal antibodies, they are humanized, and they are lowering immunity. Li means lower immunity. And first drug you can remember from the name, its name start with EC. So ECC stand for complement component, and if we see E is the fifth letter, A, B, C, D, E. So it is a fifth letter, so C5. So complement 5. So it is a monoclonal antibody against C5 used in paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibodies against leukocyte function antigen. Leukocyte function antigens are overactive in psoriasis. Leukocyte function antigen. Clear? We have two main targets. One is LFA1, leukocyte function antigen 1, and second is LFA3, leukocyte function antigen 3. So if we stop any of them, we can treat psoriasis. And the drug which is against LFA1 is ifalizumab. Ifalizumab is a monoclonal antibody against LFA1. From the name you can remember it is a monoclonal antibody. It is humanized and it will lower immunity. And it is against LFA1. You can remember from the name says LFA and I look like 1. So it is against LFA1. It is used in psoriasis. LFA1 used for psoriasis. Ifalizumab. Similarly, we have an antibody against LFA3. The name is Elifasept. It is against LFA3. It is again used for psoriasis, and from the name again you can find its name contains LFA. LFA, C is the third letter, so it is LFA3. So ifalizumab LFA1, Elifasept LFA3. Clear? Then next we have a new drug which is against chemokine receptor 4. Chemokine receptor 4, and the drug is mogamulizumab. It is against chemokine receptor 4. It is used in mycosis fungoides and Sézary syndrome. Mycosis fungoid and related Sézary syndrome. And from the name you can find again same. It is monoclonal antibody. It is humanized and it will lower immunity. Now how to remember? If you remember Sonu Sood, you know, which is an actor. He comes from a place in Punjab called Moga. Sonu Sood comes from Moga. Clear? तो मोगा से वो मूली लेके आया, बट वो मोगा से मूली लेके आया उसमें फंगस लग गई. Clear? So from the name you can remember मोगा से मूली लेके आया और उसमें फंगस लगी फंगोइड्स, सो माइकोसिस फंगोइड्स. सो मोगामुलीजुमैब यूज्ड फॉर माइकोसिस फंगोइड्स. ओके. Next we have monoclonal antibody against alpha-4 integrin. Alpha-4 integrin, the drug is natalizumab. Natalizumab was initially approved in multiple sclerosis, but now it is also used in Crohn's disease. So natalizumab, if you see again, the name contains mab means monoclonal antibody, ZU means humanized, LI means lower immunity. So how to remember this? The name says natalizumab, so it is saying natali. तो दैट मीन्स उसका नर्वस सिस्टम डैमेज होगा, डीमाइलिनेशन होगी, वो ताली भी नहीं बजा पा रहा, ना ताली. ठीक है. सो natalizumab, सो यूज्ड इन मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस, डीमाइलिनेटिंग डिजीज. ओके. देन वी हैव monoclonal antibody against alpha-4 beta-7 integrin. So this integrin is specific for the GIT. So if we target this, we will get specific action in the GIT, and the drug which target this is vedolizumab. It is used for GIT problem, that means ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease. Ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, we have vedolizumab. So again, from the name you can remember, mab means monoclonal antibody, it is humanized, LI means lower immunity. And you can remember, एक लड़की थी, उसका पेट खराब रहता था, इस कारण उसकी डोली नहीं उठ रही थी. क्लियर. सो vedolizumab, डोली, तो पेट खराब है, दैट मींस अल्सरेटिव कोलाइटिस एंड Crohn's disease. vedolizumab, डोली नहीं उठ रही थी क्योंकि पेट खराब था. ओके. Then we have developed the monoclonal antibodies for asthma, and these you can remember as OMR sheets. आजकल तो होता नहीं. Previously when the exam was not on computer, it was done on OMR sheets, जहाँ पे गोले गोले भरने होते थे. In the PMT you must have given that. So that OMR sheet, O for omalizumab, M is mepolizumab, and R is reslizumab. Omalizumab, mepolizumab, reslizumab, these are monoclonal antibodies for asthma. Omalizumab is monoclonal antibody against IgE. We know IgE is the major component, and mepoli and reslizumab against interleukin 5, which is the major chemoattractive factor, we can say major growth factor for eosinophils. Clear? So for asthma we use OMR, omalizumab, mepolizumab and reslizumab. Okay. Then we have a monoclonal antibody against CD20. CD20, it is ocrelizumab. Ocrelizumab is also approved in multiple sclerosis, and from the name again you can find it is monoclonal antibody, humanized and lower immunity. Lower immunity used in multiple sclerosis. Ocrelizumab. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibodies against interleukin 6 receptor. Monoclonal antibodies against interleukin 6 receptor. Sarilumab, tocilizumab and sertolizumab. So if you see sarilumab, first of all, it contains mab means monoclonal antibody, U means it is purely human, and IL means interleukin. It is against interleukin. And which interleukin? If you see, S means 6. So it is a monoclonal antibody against interleukin 6. Although it is the name Lumab, L for lymphocyte. Clear? So monoclonal antibody, humanized, purely human, and L means this lymphocyte, or we can say immune cells. So sarilumab is a monoclonal antibody against interleukin 6. From the name you can remember, and name also says RA means it is used for rheumatoid arthritis. So sarilumab, the name itself says it is for interleukin 6 and used for rheumatoid arthritis. Now similar drug is tocilizumab, monoclonal antibody, humanized, lower immunity, and it is also used in rheumatoid arthritis, tocilizumab. But very important, which has become recently because of COVID. In COVID also many patients, they have excessive interleukin 6 production, and that can result in cytokine release syndrome. Cytokine release syndrome. So tocilizumab is used to treat this cytokine release syndrome. Cytokine release syndrome can be treated by tocilizumab. So from the name you can find it is a treatment, T for treatment of cytokine release syndrome, TOC. T for treatment, O for off, C for cytokine release syndrome. So this is important to remember, particularly because of COVID situation now. Tocilizumab, treatment of cytokine release syndrome. Okay. Then we have satralizumab. Satralizumab, again name contains monoclonal antibody, humanized, lower immunity. And from the name you can remember it is against S means 6, interleukin 6. Interleukin 6. And it is used for neuromyelitis optica spectrum disorder. Neuromyelitis optica spectrum disorder, a rare condition. Clear? Then we have a monoclonal antibody against P-selectin. P-selectin adhesion proteins are there. So P-selectin, the drug is crizanlizumab. Crizanlizumab. So from the name again you can find it is a monoclonal antibody. It is humanized. It will lower immunity. Now this crizanlizumab, it affect the P-selectin. So it can affect the adhesion. So the adhesions which are seen and that can cause problems of veno-occlusive disease. In sickle cell anemia patient, there is veno-occlusive disease. Obstruction is there, veno-occlusive disease is there. So it is used to treat that. Okay? So from the name you can say crizanlizumab, it is used for anemia. AN means anemia, which is cell means sickle cell anemia. Anemia, cell anemia, sickle cell anemia, crizanlizumab. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibody against CD4. CD4 is mainly affected in which disease? Yes, in HIV. So the monoclonal antibody against HIV is ibalizumab. It helps inhibit the fusion of the CD4 cell and the virus, ibalizumab. And from the name you can remember HIV and with IV, it start with IV, ibalizumab, HIV used in HIV. From the name it is monoclonal antibody, humanized, lower immunity. And another way of remembering, HIV जो है वो balls को use करने के कारण हो जाते हैं, ज़्यादा use करने के कारण. So ibalizumab, ball. Clear? So this is ibalizumab. Then we have monoclonal antibody against interleukin 17 receptor A. Interleukin 17 receptor A. Do you remember interleukin 17 पहले कहाँ पढ़ा था? Yes, psoriasis में. So this is also used in psoriasis. The drug is brodalumab. From the name you can find it's monoclonal antibody, purely human, against L. L means lymphocyte, or we can say immune system. So brodalumab. So you can remember from the name it is saying bro डर्मा की कंडीशन ठीक नहीं हो रही. ठीक, ब्रो डर्मा की कंडीशन के लिए कुछ दे दो. तो डर्मा की कंडीशन मीन सोरियासिस. सो ब्रो डर्मा की कंडीशन के लिए कुछ दे दो. ब्रोडालुमैब इट इज सोरियासिस, यूज्ड फॉर सोरियासिस. ओके. Then we have monoclonal antibody against interleukin 4 receptor alpha. Interleukin 4 receptor alpha. The drug is dupilumab. So from the name you can find monoclonal antibody. It is purely human. L means lymphocyte. And from the name you can find it is against interleukin. IL means interleukin. D is the fourth letter. A, B, C, D. So interleukin 4 receptor alpha. So dupilumab against interleukin 4 receptor alpha. Dupilumab. Clear? So remember, if it is Ki, then it is for interleukin. But if it is not Ki, then it is interleukin receptor. Clear? So interleukin 4 receptor alpha. And from the name again you can find name start with the D. So it is used for dermatitis. Atopic dermatitis, we can use dupilumab. Atopic dermatitis. Clear? Then we have monoclonal antibody against interferon gamma. The drug is emapalumab. So from the name you can find it is monoclonal antibody, purely human, and against immune system. L means immune system. Clear? So emapalumab, from the name you can remember Emma look like gamma. So it is used for gamma, interferon gamma. Gamma. So emapalumab, it is used for interferon gamma, and it is used in primary hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. So emapalumab has P in the name also, so you can remember from primary. P for primary, used for primary hemophagocytic lymphohistiocytosis. Okay, emapalumab. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibody against kallikrein. What is the function of kallikrein first? Kallikrein, it convert high molecular weight kininogens to bradykinin. kallikrein. So kallikrein, it converts high molecular weight kininogens to bradykinin. And you know which problem occurs due to excessive bradykinin apart from cough? Yes, bradykinin lead to angioedema, the condition known as hereditary angioneurotic edema. Hereditary angioneurotic edema. So if we inhibit this, we can treat hereditary angioneurotic edema. So the monoclonal antibody against kallikrein, which is lanadelumab, it is a monoclonal antibody against kallikrein. So bradykinin will not be produced. So we can treat hereditary angioneurotic edema. Clear? Now how to remember? So to remember this, you should know Punjabi. अगर पंजाबी आती है तो समझ आ जाएगा, ठीक है? अगर नहीं आती तो फिर आप रट लेना इसको। पंजाबी में कैसे पढ़ेंगे कि इसमें लिखा है कि लाना दिल्ली या दिल्ली। सो दिल्ली में लाना है, दिल्ली में लाना है, लाना इन दिल्ली, दिल्ली में लाना है तो जल्दी जल्दी करना पड़ेगा। तो इसमें से काली करी, काली करी मीन्स जल्दी करें, फास्ट करें, ठीक है? तो हाय दिल्ली च लाना, दिल्ली में लाना है तो हाय काली करी तू, ठीक? हाय काली करी, दिल्ली लाना है, दिल्ली लाना है, जल्दी लाना है, ठीक? सो lanadelumab, it is used against kallikrein and used for high hereditary angioneurotic edema. Clear? Then next group of drugs with LI, they are immune checkpoint inhibitors. First of all, we'll try to understand what is the meaning of immune checkpoint inhibitors. This is our T cell. T cell. The function of T cell is to identify the tumor cell and kill them. यही होगा. But T cell on the surface, they contain a receptor which is called as PD-1. PD-1, programmed death receptor 1. Okay. Now tumor cells, they know that T cell will recognize us and kill us. So what tumor cell do? Tumor cell ने क्या किया? They express a ligand for this PD-1. Tumor cells, they start expressing a ligand for this, which is called as PD ligand 1, PDL1. So T cells के पास PD-1 है, रिसेप्टर है. ट्यूमर सेल्स ने लाइगेंड बना लिया PDL1. So when PDL1 attaches to PD-1, जब ये PDL1 लाइगेंड ने प्रोग्राम डेथ रिसेप्टर को बाइंड किया तो T cell become inactive. T cell become inactive. So this is a normal physiological process, so that T cells do not target the normal antigens in the body, normal cells in the body. तो normal cells में already they contains ligand PDL1. So T cells they will bind to PDL1. So that means PD-1 and PDL1 normally bind होता है, so that T cells do not target the normal cells in the body. ठीक? तो ट्यूमर सेल्स ने यही चीज पहचान ली एक दिन कि ये नॉर्मल सेल्स को अटैक नहीं करता बट हमें कर देता है. तो ट्यूमर सेल्स ने भी वही लाइगेंड बनाना शुरू कर दिया. सो इफ PDL1 attaches to PD-1, T cell will be inhibited. So now tumor cells will not be recognized, so it will keep on multiplying. That is the basic concept. So if we develop a monoclonal antibody against either PD-1, इसके against antibody बना ली तो इंटरेक्शन नहीं हो पाएगी, और if we form monoclonal antibody against PDL1 तो फिर से इंटरेक्शन नहीं हो पाएगी. So now when the interaction is not there, T cell जो है वो इनहिबिट नहीं होंगे. T cell जब इनहिबिट नहीं होंगे, when they remain active, they will identify the tumor cells and kill them. Clear? So that is immune checkpoint inhibitors. So normally immune checkpoint था इस जगह पे कि T cells को इनहिबिट करके रखते थे ताकि नॉर्मल सेल्स किल ना हो. तो अगर हमने इम्यून चेकपॉइंट को इनहिबिट कर दिया तो अब T cells एक्टिवेट हो जाएंगे और ट्यूमर सेल्स को मार देंगे. Clear? That is the basic concept. So first is PD-1, then we will talk about one more, the immune checkpoint inhibition property. So PD-1 के अगेंस्ट मीन्स T cells के ऊपर जो है PD-1 के अगेंस्ट वी हैव थ्री मेन ड्रग्स. वन इज निवोलुमैब, सेकंड इज पेम्ब्रोलिजुमैब एंड थर्ड इज हेमीप्लाइमैब. सो फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन फाइंड मैब मीन्स मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज, U means purely human, and then this is hemeplaimab is formed after 2017, so source is not here. Then L for lymphocyte means immunity, Li lower immunity, and Li lower immunity. Clear? So these are for immune system. They are immune checkpoint inhibitors. Nivolumab, it is indicated in non-small cell lung cancer and multiple myeloma. Whereas pembrolizumab is for multiple myeloma, non-small cell lung cancer, same too, plus head and neck cancers, and semiplimab is for squamous cell carcinoma of skin, immune checkpoint inhibitor. Then if we target the ligand on the tumor cell, same thing will happen, and the drugs targeting the ligand you can say जो receptor पे attach होता है उसको agonist बोलते हैं, agonist का नाम A से start होता है. So if the name contains A, मैब से पहले A है, अगर मैब से पहले if A is present it is agonist, means it acting on ligand. अगर A नहीं है, there is no A before मैब in these drugs, so they are not acting on as agonist, that means they are inhibiting the receptor, whereas these are acting on agonist, that means ligand. So atezolizumab, avelumab, durvalumab all contains A in the name, so they are acting on ligand. Clear? PD-L1. Atezolizumab, it is used in urothelial cancer and breast cancer, basically bladder और breast cancer में use करते हैं. Avelumab is used in Merkel cell carcinoma. If you know क्रिकेट, अगर क्रिकेट थोड़ी बहुत सुनते हो तो यू कैन कोरिलेट एंड मेक द निमोनिक. तो साउथ अफ्रीका में दो मेजर प्लेयर हैं, एक एबी डिविलियर्स सबने नाम सुना होगा, 360 डिग्री प्लेयर जो, और दूसरा मॉर्ने मॉर्कल है. सो इफ यू सी, अगर अवेलुमैब में एवी आता है, एबी डिविलियर्स आता है, तो मॉर्ने मॉर्कल भी आएगा, मॉर्कल सेल कार्सिनोमा. सो अवेलुमैब मर्कल सेल कार्सिनोमा, ठीक है. देन डरवालुमैब इज यूज्ड इन ब्लैडर कार्सिनोमा. डरवालुमैब यू कैन रिमेंबर कि इफ यू टॉक इन भोजपुरी और बिहारी लैंग्वेज, सो यू विल से कि ब्लैडर कार्सिनोमा जो है डरवालुमैब देते हैं. सो डरवालुमैब ब्लैडरवा के कैंसर के लिए देते हैं, ब्लैडरवा के कैंसर में डरवालुमैब देते हैं. क्लियर? सो दिस इज फॉर इम्यून चेकपॉइंट इनहिबिशन. देन देयर इज वन मोर target. If you see, this is a T cell. On the surface of T cell there is presence of CD28 is present. On the antigen presenting cell, if you see antigen presenting cell, they contains on the surface CD80 or 86. So when CD80 or 86 bind to CD28, this is a co-stimulatory signal apart from main MHC and T cell receptor signal you all know in immunity. So CD28 also bind to CD86. If this signal is also present, then T cell become active. Okay? But we want that T cells should not become active against normal antigen presenting cells, normal cells without any problem. So there is presence of one more receptor on the T cells, which is known as CTLA4. Cytotoxic T lymphocyte antigen 4. So this is also acting as an immune checkpoint. So on the antigen presenting cells or other tumor cells and many cells, there is presence of a ligand which will bind to this CTLA4, and when this interaction occurs, T cell is inhibitor. T cell will not work, so T cell will not produce immunity. Clear? So tumor cells, they can target this also. They can bind CTLA4 to inhibit this T cells. So if we inhibit CTLA4, we have formed a monoclonal antibody against this. Again, T cell will evade this depression. So that means T cell normally inactive हो जाते हैं जब CTLA4 और ligand bind करते हैं. तो अगर CTLA4 बाइंड ही नहीं करेगा ligand को, ये इनहिबिट हो जाएगा, तो T cell एक्टिवेट हो जाएंगे, and when T cell is activated, it can kill the tumor cell. सो सेम चीज है, बस PD-1 की जगह CTLA4 को इनहिबिट कर दिया, एंड द ड्रग इज इपीलीमुमैब. ये CTLA4 को इनहिबिट करती है. इट इज यूज्ड इन मैलिग्नेंट मिलेनोमा. ठीक है, तो कैसे याद करोगे? जैसे आप टैक्सी की बात करते हो, काली पीली टैक्सी होती है ना, काली पीली, तो इसके नाम में पीली है, तो काली मीन्स मिलेनोमा काला होता है, तो काली पीली, तो पीली यूज्ड फॉर काली, दैट मीन्स इपीलीजुमैब यूज्ड फॉर मैलिग्नेंट मिलेनोमा. क्लियर? तो ये सारे थे हमारे LI वाले, लोअर इम्यूनिटी वाले, बहुत सारी मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी थी. तो अब हम आते हैं सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट और लास्ट वाला, दैट इज फॉर ट्यूमर्स, TU फॉर ट्यूमर. ठीक है, तो नए नोमेनक्लेचर में TA भी लिखते हैं ट्यूमर को, पहले TU लिखते थे, 2017 के बाद TA लिखते हैं ट्यूमर्स, TU फॉर ट्यूमर्स. ठीक है, तो ट्यूमर के अगेंस्ट जो मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, दे कैन टारगेट मेनी थिंग्स. तो सबसे पहले हम पढ़ते हैं द एंटीबॉडीज टारगेटिंग द ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर्स. मेनी ग्रोथ फैक्टर्स दे हेल्प इन ग्रोइंग द ट्यूमर. तो अगर हम उनके रिसेप्टर को इनहिबिट कर दें तो ट्यूमर विल नॉट बी ग्रो. सो ग्रोथ फैक्टर्स अगेंस्ट ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर्स वी हैव मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज। तो सबसे पहले एपिडर्मल ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर के अगेंस्ट है, एपिडर्मल ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर। तो इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज ह्यूमन एपिडर्मल ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर। हर इज ह्यूमन एपिडर्मल ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर। तो ह्यूमन एपिडर्मल ग्रोथ फैक्टर रिसेप्टर 1 कहते हैं EGFR के रिसेप्टर को। ओके, द ड्रग्स आर सेटुक्सीमैब, पेनिटुमुमैब, नेसिटुमुमैब एंड निमोटुजुमैब। ठीक, तो अगर हम सेटुक्सीमैब की बात करें, मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, काइमेरिक है और टीजू मतलब ट्यूमर के लिए। अब किस ट्यूमर के लिए है? सो यू कैन रिमेंबर सी से नाम स्टार्ट होता है, तो सी मींस कोलोरेक्टल कैंसर के, कोलोरेक्टल कैंसर के। दूसरा सी मतलब सर्वाइकल, सर्वाइकल मतलब हेड एंड नेक, सर्वाइकल मत याद करना, सर्वाइकल मींस हेड एंड नेक। सो इट इज यूज्ड फॉर सी मींस कोलोरेक्टल एंड सी मींस सर्वाइकल, दैट मींस हेड एंड नेक कैंसर। अगर नेक्स्ट ड्रग देखो तो पेनिटुमुमैब है। पेनिटुमुमैब अगेन इन द नेम कंटेन्स, मैब मींस मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी, यू मींस प्योरली ह्यूमन एंड ट्यूम मींस ट्यूमर, ट्यूम मींस ट्यूमर। बट इसका नाम स्टार्ट होता है पानी से। सेटुक्सीमैब जो थी कोलोरेक्टल कैंसर में थी, और अगर पानी पिएंगे वो भी तो कोलन में जाएगा, तो कोलोरेक्टल कैंसर में यूज कर लेंगे। पानीटुमुमैब मींस कोलोरेक्टल कैंसर में यूज कर सकते हैं। ओके, देन नेसिटुमुमैब एंड निमोटुजुमैब, अगेन दे कंटेन मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज, यू मींस प्योरली ह्यूमन एंड टुम मींस ट्यूमर, टुम मींस ट्यूमर, दिस इज ZU इज ह्यूमनाइज्ड, TU मींस ट्यूमर। ठीक, तो नेसिटुमुमैब इज नॉन स्मॉल सेल लंग कैंसर, whereas nimotuzumab is for head and neck cancer as well as gliomas, head and neck cancer and gliomas. All these are monoclonal antibodies against epidermal growth factor receptor और जी HER1। ठीक, अब आते हैं HER2 पे। HER2 पे the monoclonal antibodies against HER2 are trastuzumab and pertuzumab, and we all know HER2 upon new is overactive in which cancer? Yes, it is in breast cancer, breast cancer। तो नाम से याद कर लो, HER2 उसके 2 ब्रेस्ट होते हैं ना, HER2 उसके 2 ब्रेस्ट हैं, तो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर में होगा HER2। द ड्रग्स आर ट्रास्टुजुमैब, पर्टुजुमैब। सो फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी, ZU इज ह्यूमनाइज्ड एंड TU इज ट्यूमर, TU इज ट्यूमर। क्लियर? नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिमेंबर अबाउट दीज ड्रग्स कैन कॉज कार्डियोटॉक्सिसिटी। ये दोनों दवाइयां जो हैं वो कार्डियोटॉक्सिक हैं, हार्ट को डैमेज करती हैं। ठीक है, हार्ट को डैमेज करती हैं। तो हाउ टू रिमेंबर देम? जैसे ट्रास्टुजुमैब है, ट्रास्टुजुमैब द नेम स्टार्ट विद ट्रस्ट, ट्रास्टुजुमैब। ठीक, एंड इफ यू ऐड B इन द नेम इट बिकम ब्रस्टुजुमैब, ट्रस्टुजुमैब, ब्रस्टुजुमैब, ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के लिए यूज करते हैं, याद हो जाएगा। नाउ ट्रस्टुजुमैब कार्डियोटॉक्सिक है, सो यू कैन रिमेंबर ट्रस्ट, डोंट ट्रस्ट अ पर्सन विद ब्रेस्ट, ब्रेस्ट वाले को ट्रस्ट नहीं करना, तो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर में यूज होगा। अब दूसरी बात, अगर ट्रस्ट करोगे तो दिल तो टूटेगा ना, तो ट्रस्टुजुमैब दिल तोड़ देती है, कार्डियोटॉक्सिक है। ट्रस्टुजुमैब कार्डियोटॉक्सिक, ट्रस्ट करोगे तो दिल टूट जाएगा। ठीक, तो हमने बोला था कि ब्रेस्ट वाले पे ट्रस्ट नहीं करना, पर तू फिर भी करेगा, सो पर्टुजुमैब, तो ये भी सेम तरह की दवाई है, ट्रस्टुजुमैब, पर्टुजुमैब, यूज्ड फॉर ब्रेस्ट कैंसर। ओके, then we have monoclonal antibody against platelet derived growth factor receptor alpha, platelet derived growth factor receptor alpha, it is olaratumumab। olaratumumab नाम से याद कर लोगे, मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, ट्यूमर के लिए है। ठीक है, नई दवाई है इसलिए सोर्स नहीं आया, ट्यूमर के लिए मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है olaratumumab, एंड इट इज यूज्ड इन सॉफ्ट टिश्यू सार्कोमा, सॉफ्ट टिश्यू सार्कोमा। अगेन इफ यू फॉलो क्रिकेट यू कैन रिमेंबर, जो ब्रायन लारा था, तो जब वो सॉफ्टली कवर ड्राइव मारता था तो बाउंड्री चली जाती थी बहुत दूर तक। तो लारा ने सॉफ्टली मारा, सो olaratumab यूज्ड फॉर सॉफ्ट टिश्यू सार्कोमा, लारा सॉफ्ट, olaratumab फॉर सॉफ्ट टिश्यू सार्कोमा। ओके, then we have plenty of monoclonal antibodies which target the CD markers. They are used in various type of tumors. Like we have monoclonal antibody against CD3 and 19. CD3 and 19. It is blinatumomab. So from the name you can remember, mab means monoclonal antibody. Monoclonal antibody against tumor. Blinatumomab. ट्यूमर्स के अगेंस्ट मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, इट टारगेट CD3 and 19। इट इज यूज्ड फॉर फिलाडेल्फिया नेगेटिव अक्यूट लिम्फॉइड ल्यूकीमिया, फिलाडेल्फिया क्रोमोसोम नेगेटिव ALL जो है उसमें यूज करते हैं। एंड फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर, इट नेम कंटेन्स NA, इट इज यूज्ड फॉर नेगेटिव ALL। नेगेटिव मीन्स फिलाडेल्फिया नेगेटिव, ए मीन्स ALL, फिलाडेल्फिया नेगेटिव ALL में यूज करते हैं ब्लिनाटुमोमैब। देन वी हैव मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट CD19, CD19 के अगेंस्ट है टफासिटामैब, सो मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट ट्यूमर, नई वाली अगेंस्ट न्यू 2017 के बाद है तो सोर्स नहीं आएगा, और ट्यूमर का TA भी कर सकते हैं, तो दिस टफासिटामैब इट इज यूज्ड फॉर डिफ्यूज लार्ज बी सेल लिम्फोमा, डिफ्यूज लार्ज बी सेल लिम्फोमा, टफासिटामैब। देन कमिंग टू मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज अगेंस्ट CD20 के अगेंस्ट वी हैव रिटुक्सीमैब, इब्रिटुमैब, ओफाटुमैब, टोसिटुमैब, ओबेंटुजुमैब। तो सबसे पहले वी विल सी रिटुक्सीमैब इट इज यूज्ड इन नॉन हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा एंड क्रॉनिक लिम्फोइड ल्यूकीमिया। बेसिकली इसमें एक कहानी सुनाता हूं, लास्ट ईयर की बात है, मेरी क्लास चल रही थी, लाइव क्लास, ऑफलाइन क्लास, ठीक। तो ऑफलाइन क्लास शेड्यूल्ड थी। क्लास से पिछले दिन मेरे पास एक लड़की का फोन आया, 20 साल की लड़की थी, ऋतु, ठीक। तो ऋतु का फोन आया, उसने बोला कि सर मेरी तो इंटर्नशिप चल रही है, तो मेरी ड्यूटी है, अगर मैं ड्यूटी करके आऊंगी तो मैं लेट हो जाऊंगी, ठीक, तो मैं क्या करूं। मैंने उसको सिंपल सा सजेशन दिया कि ऋतु तुम एक काम करो, तुम CL ले लो, और अगर CL लोगी तो नहीं होगी लेट, ठीक। अब मैं ये कहानी आपको क्यों सुना रहा हूं, क्योंकि रिटुक्सीमैब में ऋतु है, ऋतु तो अगर, और ऋतु 20 साल की है तो CD20, तो ऋतु ने अगर CL लेगी तो नहीं होगी लेट, ठीक। तो रिटुक्सीमैब CL लेगी तो नहीं होगी लेट, नॉन हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा। तो रिटुक्सीमैब इज यूज्ड इन क्रॉनिक लिम्फोइड ल्यूकीमिया एंड नॉन हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा, ठीक। 20 साल की है तो CD20 के अगेंस्ट है, ठीक। तो यू कैन रिमेंबर रिटुक्सीमैब, ऋतु जो है वो CL लेगी तो नहीं होगी लेट, तो CD20 के अगेंस्ट है। तो ऋतु, अगर आप नाम देखो इब्रिटुमैब भी, अब ऋतु की बात है, ऋतु की बात हो रही है इसमें भी, तो वो भी CD20 के अगेंस्ट होगी, और वो भी सेम बी सेल लिम्फोमा और CLL में यूज करें, क्लियर। सो ऋतु वाली जो है वो सेम हो गया, रिटुक्सीमैब एंड इब्रिटुमैब, क्लियर। Now if you see rest of the drugs which are acting on CD20 मतलब 2020, अभी T20 चल रहा है, 2020 चल रहा है ईयर, और 2020 में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्या प्रॉब्लम आपने फेस की, सबने क्या फेस की, कोविड की। कोविड के कारण क्या हुआ, लॉकडाउन हो गए। अब लॉकडाउन होगा तो सब घर में बैठे रहे, अब सब घर में बैठे रहे, सो यू कैन रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द नेम टोफासिटुमैब, मतलब सिट, घर पे बैठ जाओ, सिट। और अगर घर पे बैठे रहोगे तो फैट हो जाओगे, ओफैटुमैब, ये भी CD20 के लिए, घर पे बैठे बैठे फैट हो गए, ठीक है। अब फैट हो गए तो हम किसी को मिल भी नहीं पाए, सबसे मिले बिना रह गए, तो बिन टू तेरे बिन रह गए, क्लियर। सो ऑल दीज आर एक्टिंग ऑन CD20, दैट मीन्स 2020 में लॉकडाउन के कारण सब घर पे बैठे हैं, क्लियर। तो घर पे बैठे हैं, ओ फैट हो गए, फैटुमैब, टोसिटुमैब एंड ओबेंटुजुमैब मतलब बिन तेरे, क्लियर। सो ऑल आर अगेंस्ट CLL और बी सेल लिम्फोमास, क्लियर। देन वी हैव मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी Inotuzumab is against CD22, it is used for ALL. Inotuzumab is for ALL against CD22. From the name you can remember, name start with Inotuzumab. It is saying say no to I know, I को नो बोलो, मतलब अपने आप को ना बोलो और सबको हाँ बोलो, ठीक है। आई को नो, से नो टू आई एंड से यस टू ऑल को यस बोलो, ऑल का मतलब है ALL, अक्यूट लिम्फोइड ल्यूकीमिया। आई को नो बोलो, आई नो, बट ऑल को यस बोलो, ALL, Inotuzumab यूज्ड फॉर ALL, क्लियर। देन लास्टली वी हैव Moxetumomab on CD22, इट इज यूज्ड फॉर हेयरी सेल ल्यूकीमिया, ठीक है। Moxetumomab फॉर हेयरी सेल ल्यूकीमिया, clear. Then coming to other CD markers, we have monoclonal antibody against CD30, which is called as brentuximab for Hodgkin's lymphoma and T-cell lymphoma, Hodgkin's and T-cell lymphoma, brentuximab. Then we have gemtuzumab against CD33 for AML के लिए gemtuzumab है, एंड अगेन इफ यू नो क्रिकेट, अगेन साउथ अफ्रीका में एक प्लेयर था आमला, ठीक है, हाशिम आमला, जेम था, साउथ अफ्रीका के लिए जेम था, तो आमला यू कैन से AML के बाद ए लगा देंगे तो आमला बन गया, तो हाशिम आमला इज जेम, जेम मतलब जेमटुजुमैब, जेमटुजुमैब AML में यूज करते हैं। देन वी हैव ईसाटुक्सीमैब एंड डाराटुमुमैब, दे आर अगेंस्ट CD38, दे आर फॉर मल्टीपल माइलोमा। नाउ इफ यू सी के पुराने जमाने में, आप लोगों को शायद नहीं पता होगा, पुराने जमाने में सैटरडेज को मूवी आती थी, बहुत कॉमनली दारा सिंह की मूवी आती थी, और दारा सिंह क्या करता था, दारा सिंह सबको तोड़ फोड़ करता था, सबकी हड्डियां तोड़ देता। सो यू कैन रिमेंबर कि दाराटुमुमैब हड्डियां तोड़ देगा, मल्टीपल माइलोमा हड्डियां तोड़ देगा। सैटरडे को मूवी आती थी ईसाटुक्सीमैब, सैटरडे को दारा सिंह की मूवी आती है तो वो हड्डियां तोड़ देता है, तो ईसाटुक्सीमैब एंड दाराटुमुमैब मल्टीपल माइलोमा में, हड्डियों वाले में मल्टीपल माइलोमा। अब दारा सिंह क्या कहता था कि मैं तेरे 38 दांत तोड़ दूंगा, 38 दांत तोड़ दूंगा, ठीक है। फिर दूसरा कहता है यार दांत तो होते ही 32 है, अब 38 कैसे तोड़ दोगे? कहता मुझे पता था, तू बीच में बोलेगा 6 तेरे भी काउंट कर लिए थे, तो दारा सिंह ने 6 दांत और एक्स्ट्रा काउंट कर रखे हैं, तो CD38। सो दीज आर मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट CD38, दाराटुमुमैब एंड ईसाटुक्सीमैब, दे आर यूज्ड फॉर मल्टीपल माइलोमा। ओके, देन वी हैव अगेंस्ट CD52 alemtuzumab, CLL में यूज करते हैं, CLL alemtuzumab। वी हैव polatuzumab, diffuse large B cell lymphoma, polatuzumab, एंड लास्टली CD319 319 के अगेंस्ट बहुत बड़ा है, SLAM F7 भी कहते हैं, SLAM F7, दिस इज अ न्यू मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी, इट इज इलोटुजुमैब फॉर मल्टीपल माइलोमा। इलोटुजुमैब जो है वो CD319 के अगेंस्ट है, SLAM F7 के अगेंस्ट है, इट इज फॉर मल्टीपल माइलोमा। ओके, सो दीज आर वेरियस मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज अगेंस्ट CD मार्कर्स। नाउ कमिंग टू मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट इंटरलूकिन 6, इंटरलूकिन 6 के अगेंस्ट एक मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है सिलटुक्सीमैब। सो फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर इट इज अ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी, काइमेरिक है और ट्यूमर्स के लिए यूज करते हैं, और S मींस 6, IL मींस इंटरलूकिन, ये इंटरलूकिन 6 के अगेंस्ट है सिलटुक्सीमैब, इंटरलूकिन 6 के अगेंस्ट मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, ट्यूमर में यूज करेंगे सिलटुक्सीमैब। It is used in renal cell carcinoma and Castleman's disease. Castleman's disease और renal cell carcinoma में यूज करते हैं, and from the name you can remember Castle, सेल आ रहा है यहाँ पे, सिलटुक्सीमैब Castleman syndrome में, सेल Castleman सिलटुक्सीमैब used for Castleman's disease. Okay. Then we have monoclonal antibody against TROP2. So breast cancer cells में TROP2 एक्सप्रेशन काफी ज्यादा होते हैं, तो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर्स में TROP2 एक्सप्रेशन काफी ज्यादा होता है, तो उसके लिए हमने TROP2 के अगेंस्ट मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी बना ली, जिसको कहते हैं सेक्यूटुजुमैब। अगेन मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है, ह्यूमनाइज्ड है ट्यूमर के लिए, तो सेकी लुक लाइक सेक्सी, तो सेक्सी की बात कर रहे हैं तो ब्रेस्ट की तो बात करेंगे, तो सेक्सीटुजुमैब, दैट मींस सेक्यूटुजुमैब, इट इज यूज्ड इन ब्रेस्ट कैंसर, इट इज अगेंस्ट TROP2। देन वी हैव अ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी which is against IGFR1 receptor, insulin like growth factor 1 receptor के against monoclonal antibody बनाई, the name is teprotumumab, it is used in thyroid eye disease, जैसे ग्रेव्स डिजीज में थायराइड की प्रॉब्लम होती है ना, तो थायराइड आई डिजीज में यूज करते हैं, एंड फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर वेरी इजीली, इसका नाम शुरू होता है टेप्रो का मतलब क्या है, T फॉर थायराइड, E फॉर आई, प्रो मतलब प्रॉब्लम, थायराइड की आई की प्रॉब्लम के लिए टेप्रोटुमुमैब, थायराइड आई प्रॉब्लम टेप्रोटुमुमैब। ओके, देन वी हैव मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट नेक्टिन 4 के अगेंस्ट है N42mab ब्लैडर कैंसर में, यूरोथेलियल कैंसर में यूज करते हैं, एंड अगेन फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर N42mab के नाम में लिखा है NE इज नेक्टिन, FOR मींस 4, नेक्टिन 4, तो नेक्टिन 4 के अगेंस्ट मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी है N42mab यूज्ड फॉर ब्लैडर कैंसर, यूरोथेलियल कैंसर। देन वन मोर मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी इज अगेंस्ट ग्लाइकोलिपिड GD2 एक्सप्रेस होता है न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा के सेल्स में, तो अगर हमने इसके अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडी बना ली तो न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा ठीक हो जाएगा, एंड द ड्रग इज डिनुटुक्सीमैब, फ्रॉम द नेम यू कैन रिमेंबर, डिनुटुक्सीमैब में डाई है, डाई मतलब 2, दो होते हैं, तो GD2, डी मतलब DGD एंड डाई मतलब दो, GD2, तो GD2 के अगेंस्ट है। एंड NU मींस न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा, न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा में यूज करते हैं, न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा में यूज करते हैं। डेनुटुक्सिमैब इट्स अ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी अगेंस्ट D2 GD2 अगेंस्ट फॉर न्यूरोब्लास्टोमा। ओके, then we have monoclonal antibody against B cell maturation antigen. B cell maturation antigen, I think this is the last one, B cell maturation antigen के against है, and this is used for multiple myeloma. The drug is belantamab, belantamab against monoclonal antibody for tumor. नई वाली है, 2017 के बाद है, तो सोर्स नहीं आएगा। मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी फॉर ट्यूमर BCMA, B सेल मैच्योरेशन एंटीजन के अगेंस्ट है बेलांटामैब। तो अगेन नाम से पता लग जाए आपको, नेम स्टार्ट विद बेलन, अगर बेलन मारेंगे तो हड्डी टूटेगी ना, तो बेलन मारती है जब बीवी तो हड्डी टूट जाती है, मल्टीपल माइलोमा, बेलेंटामैब मल्टीपल माइलोमा। क्लियर? सो दीज आर दी different types of monoclonal antibodies, their targets and their uses. Important thing, if you are not able to remember, don't worry, I have covered almost all, बहुत दो चार छूट गई हूं तो कह नहीं सकता, but mostly I have tried to cover and I tried to give the mechanism how to remember these. ठीक है, most important nomenclature है, nomenclature से mostly you will find the things के कौन सी का टारगेट क्या है। Then for exact uses I have tend to make the mnemonics which are easier, and do tell me if you find any problem. Okay? Thank you very much.